Hello everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and I decided to take a little break and come sit out in the garden in the early afternoon. Look at the sky, it's so blue. I just wish it was a little warmer, but we're in the 60s. But here's the thing, we are getting close to planting, and so many of you have asked me, are you going to start planting? Are you going to start growing seeds now? Oh, what are you going to grow? What's the best seeds? You asked me a lot of questions on seeds. First of all, I am in Southern California, which is a lot different when it comes to planting compared to a lot of other states and areas, cities, climates. Everything counts differently. So as far as planting and when I'm going to plant, I'm pacing myself. I'm going through things in my garden, what I want to do, and I'm going to think about it. Now, anybody, anywhere, can plant seeds at any time. That's not an issue. All you need is light, and in the beginning you don't need that much. A little bit of warmth could be the top of your refrigerator, and you can get seeds to germinate and start growing. But here's the issue. If it's not the right time for the plants to actually be growing, and let's use pumpkins and squash, for example. You can get the seeds to grow. Artificially, yes, but then how are you going to keep them? Oh, look at this. Wow, he's low. How are you going to keep them growing in a good, healthy manner? And that is the issue on the type of seeds you want to grow. Because if you don't grow them at the right time, or you grow them too early and you don't have artificial lighting, and you don't have a greenhouse with the extra light and warmth, you're going to end up with leggy plants. A leggy plant is a plant that's got a long stem, but it doesn't have the robust growth of all the leaves wanting to grow and turn into a full, beautiful, bushy plant. All it wants to do is get longer and longer and longer, looking for light that it cannot get because there's not enough sunlight yet. And then when you end up with plants like that, what generally happens to those, well, if you don't get them in the ground or get them in the right situation, then they end up dying. And you'll end up composting them, which is fine as long as you don't use up all your seeds. So there's nothing wrong with starting a little bit early, but you don't want to use up all your seeds. So if you want to grow a few early, kind of pace yourself, then you'll know. And when I say pace yourself, maybe depending on what you want to grow, plant a few seeds, 4, 5, 6. You know, don't use up all your seeds in case you can't get any more. And then if they don't grow, you can have another set, let's say starting in another week or 2 or 3, or whatever way you want to do it. This way you don't end up with no plants. And of course you can always go to the nursery and buy. All plants are different. There are a lot of plants you can start now. They're slow growers. I have found a lot of your brassicas you can grow right now, and they'll grow kind of slow. They won't get leggy like a lot of your squash. And you can find a nice sunny window, put them in there, maybe some specialty trees. You know, you want to start something odd. I've got a hummingbird tree in the window. It's not a hummingbird, it's just because the flowers, when the plant matures, it throws flowers that look like hummingbirds. That doesn't like the cold at all. The ones I had outside did not make it. So you could start certain things if you have a nice sunny window. But certain things are too early. For me, I am not going to start watermelon or squash or anything like that right now. It's too early. I'll put them out and the odds are they'll sit there. I've done it. They sit there, they don't grow. And some of them that don't grow never grow. And that's the thing. I don't want to not just waste my time, but waste my seeds. Plant things that are going to grow. Right now, lettuce. I've got lettuce growing, and lettuce is all over the place, along with all my brassicas that I never replanted. They're just growing from summer. So you've got to think about when is your right time, and just don't use up all your seeds. Keep in mind that wherever you're buying the seeds from, doesn't matter who you're buying it from, a lot of those seeds from 10 different people, let's say, are coming from the same source. They're not picking the seeds out of their backyard. They're buying seeds, they're packaging them up, and they're selling them to you. So that's the point. If they can't get it from their source, then the seeds are done for the season until they have more. So you've got to keep that in mind, and that's why I always say, get the seeds you want for this season now, and hold on to them until the time is right. Now, I've had a few of you say, oh, you grow lettuce. Beautiful lettuce. What kind of lettuce do you grow? I want the same, because yours grows like weeds. But mine didn't grow like weeds in the beginning. In the beginning, I was trying red freckled lettuce, red lettuce, different types of butter lettuce, iceberg lettuce, just all kinds of different lettuce. And I bought some romaine lettuce from somebody. It just was labeled romaine. Well, that lettuce that I planted took off. Now it's all through my chair garden. It's all through the walls here that I grow in totes. Wherever the seeds blow in, they grow. That's what I want. I want something that loves this climate, loves growing, whether it's totes or the ground. Whatever fashion I'm growing in, that's what I want. That is a no effort plant. That is a plant that I don't have to struggle with. It's not struggling. I'm not struggling. All I'm getting is lettuce, and it's perfect. When it gets hot, I have lettuce in the summer. I just make sure that wherever they're growing is more in the shaded area and keep them well watered. With lettuce, if it dries out, you've lost it. If it dries out one day, you've lost it, because it thinks at that point that the season has ended, it's going to die, and it bolts. In other words, it sends a stem up through the top, and then it sends flowers up because it's trying to survive. That's nature doing its thing. And then it will have its seeds and regrow again. It's not a total loss when that happens, because you're going to have all those seeds. I leave it out for the birds, and then I collect a little bit off of the top, whatever the birds didn't get, because I literally have millions of seeds all over now because of that romaine lettuce, loving it here. So the point is, you want to kind of experiment with different things, simple things. Of course, you want to try different things that are a challenge and something you just want to grow because it's different. But when you can get a hold of something as simple as a romaine lettuce that wants to grow like a weed that you can't get rid of, which of course you can, you just dig it in and it becomes compost. That's what you want on some of your plants. So look around, because I have celery doing the same thing. Try a bunch of different types of things, and whatever comes up on its own, that's the right thing for you. And then you have plants growing with less effort. And that's the whole idea of it. So as far as the lettuce, my lettuce is romaine, just a basic romaine. And that particular batch that I got absolutely loves Southern California. Grows all year long, all year. It's not the greatest in the heat in the summer, but it still grows. I get a little bit of lettuce off of each plant to eat. The rest goes to seed, and then the cycle starts all over. Don't overplant lettuce. Plant a few in a container, because if you overplant them, you'll get smaller little plants. But if you plant one in a container, oh, you can have one big massive romaine. And if you plant way too many, they'll stay real tiny. So keep that in mind. It's competition. Anytime plants are overcrowded, it just becomes competition for, nutrients in the soil, for root space. A lot of different things cause plants to stay small. So if there's not enough room for it to spread its wings, which is basically its roots, then they stay kind of small. So that's the only thing. And that's okay too. But you know what? I've grown lettuce like that, and then go back, remove the nicest ones. As long as the leaves didn't look like they got hard, I'm going to call them hard, they get thicker. As long as they still have nice thin green leaves, you can pop them out and pop them anywhere, and you can move your lettuce around. Lettuce just moves. It's one of the easiest things. It doesn't even seem to mind. In fact, it seems to appreciate the move. And then you'll end up with lettuce anywhere you want. So you put it where you want. And I like putting them in something that's a little more portable, maybe like a flower pot or a bucket, because if it gets too sunny and the sun changes with the climate and the time of the year, then you can move it in a sunnier place or a shadier place, and you can get the lettuce to grow for you. This way you're helping it out, and it's a win-win situation. So I thought I'd just kind of do a little thing on seeds. Think about your time, when it's going to be ready to plant outside. Do you have a cold frame out there where you can put your seedlings that you're growing? Do you have a place that you can put them under grow lights? I don't use grow lights, but if you do, want to, that's absolutely fine. Just don't use up all your seeds yet, in case it's a little too early. Be prepared that if it's too early and your plants got leggy and they're not growing, you have more seeds to keep going. And that's the way we all should be growing. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm going to get some work done around here. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye.